Hello, I'm Chuck Connolly. Along with Mike Barnett and Tim Barr, we represent DG1, and we would like to thank you for coming to the 2019 Charlotte Amateur Championship. DG1 was formed by the three of us at the beginning of this season with hopes of creating an entity that would bring large-scale amateur tournaments to the golfer with the golfer in mind. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the event, I would like to take a second to thank the Player Pack sponsors: Dude Apparel, Discraft, Gateway, Millennium, Innova, DGA, and Paragon all contributed significant product to the Player Pack, which I'm sure you all will be very pleased to receive on Friday. I would also like to take a second to thank the local sponsors for the event. Infinite Discs provided a $5 gift card for each player pack. Visit Charlotte helped us secure the water and player pack bags that were used to consolidate all of your items. Mad CBD, Double Radius, Infinity's End, and Another Round have donated cash towards the event. During this event is the NC Points Series. Phil Lawrence, North Carolina PDGA coordinator, has revived the North Carolina Points Series, which has been stagnant for several years. In working with Innova, significant prizes will be awarded to the winner of the Points Series at the end of the season. You can go to ncpdga.com to look at the schedule, and keep in mind that the Charlotte Amateur Championship is a major which earns you double points for this weekend's participation. Pat Bowles, Director of Pool E, Ken Olson, Director of Pool D, Bobby Henn, Director of Pool B, and Dave George, an assistant out at Hornet's Nest, are all involved with the NC Points Series and can answer any questions. Phil Lawrence is also playing this weekend in the Advanced Division, and if you have any questions, he can help you as well. We are providing each player in this event courtesy of Millennium Discs with a Bluetooth speaker. And I want to take a few moments to go over the "if it's cool" rule that a lot of people think is in the PDGA competition / rule book. There is no such thing as "it's cool" or "if it's cool" rule. You cannot use this during tournament play, nor alcohol or drugs, even if everyone in the group thinks or says it's cool that you do. It is against the rules to use Bluetooth speakers where other players can hear it, as well as drink alcohol and use drugs. So this is your warning, folks. If you are caught drinking or doing drugs during the tournament, you will be automatically disqualified. If you are caught using a Bluetooth speaker, whether it's the one that's in your player pack or another one, that will be a courtesy violation. So keep that in mind and obey the rules. Player check-in. We will have early player check-in for the event. I encourage you to take advantage of early player check-in. We have 4 different disc manufacturers, and each of these manufacturers are going to provide multiple mold selections for you to choose from. We feel this is the best way to create an amateur player pack oriented event, allowing you to pick a disc that you truly like and want to use instead of forcing the newest, hottest model from brand A, B, or C onto you and hoping that you like it. But there are drawbacks to this. There is no way we are going to even get into requesting what you want us to put in the player pack. If you do not check in early, there is no way on a practical measure that we can provide discs that you would want to select if you were there in person. So we're motivating you. You can check in early on Thursday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn, the host motel for the event, which is also where Sun King will be set up all week with their full pro shop, along with the Disc Golf One promotional materials and event products such as fundraiser discs and various items. Friday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. you can check in early. If you do not check in early, then you will go to your starting course that you play for round 1 Saturday morning, and we will have a player pack put together for you that the tournament director at your course, or really your pool tournament director, will issue to you as your player pack. So there again, if you want to pick your discs and have control of your selection, come to the early check-in either Thursday or Friday. If you can't do that, we'll have your player pack ready for you on Saturday morning. There will be a fly mart for the event this year. We are going down a less traditional path for the fly mart. We decided to try doing a fly mart on Friday during early check-in. Early check-in Friday will be from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Several vendors will be set up on site, including Skeet Scienski with his artwork, Discraft, Sun King, and Another Round Disc Golf. With special thanks to Karen Hawks, we were able to pull together a last-minute players party at Heist Brewery on Saturday following round 2. After you finish your round, I encourage you to head on over and enjoy some beer and food with myself and the rest of the TD crew as we sort through the leaderboard and get the pool shuffle ready for Sunday morning's round. Advanced and intermediate divisions both have 2 pools. Do remember, after round 2 on Saturday, scores will be evaluated and pools will be readjusted. It is very important that you go to tournament results page on the PDGA website after 8 p.m. on Saturday to see which course you will be starting at Sunday morning for round 3. There is a good probability that the pool you started in on Saturday will not be the same pool that you play in on Sunday. Pools have already been listed on the PDGA website as of 6 p.m. Monday. I strongly encourage you to review the pool assignments after 8 p.m. on Friday to make sure nothing has changed. There's always a chance that the pool assignments can change due to dropouts. Once again, review your pool assignments at 8 o'clock Friday evening to make sure nothing has changed. This applies to all divisions. Please make sure to check in at your course by 8:30 on Saturday and Sunday morning. Tee time both days will be at 9 a.m. We ask that you check in by 8:30 so we can properly prepare the leaderboard and have it organized for you to ensure that we tee off on time and all players are on the holes that they are required to start on without any confusion. After all scores are tallied, playoffs are completed. If there are any, the awards ceremony will proceed at the course you finish at. There will not be one location for a mass awards ceremony for this event. With this being an amateur-only event and the fact that it's an A-tier, not a world championship, we do not have the same resources we had at 2018 Am Worlds in Charlotte, i.e. a boatload of volunteers. There will not be spotters on a majority of the holes, if any, so in some cases, your group may come upon a backup on a hole. If you come upon a hole with a backup, we will go with the Group A, Group B scenario. Group A is a hole that is waiting to tee off, watching a group in front of them finish the hole. When Group B comes to the hole, I ask that Group B proceeds down the fairway and spots for Group A when they tee off. When Group A tees, you can help them find their discs, and after you've helped them locate their discs, go back up to the tee box and wait for Group A to proceed and finish the hole. If there's still a backup, the new Group B that comes in, because old Group B is now Group A, will proceed with the same spotting instructions to help keep the event moving smoothly and organized. 9 times out of 10, when you have backups on a hole during a tournament, it's due to the difficulty of the hole, the challenges presented by it, and the fact that many times players find themselves in the rough with a lie that is difficult to find. Lunch break will be 1.5 hours from the time the last card was turned in on Saturday and Sunday. When you turn in your card, check your watch, Assume you're the last scorecard being turned in. Give yourself an hour and a half and you can't go wrong. It's North Carolina summer, guys and gals. You got to keep hydrated. We will have bottled water on the course for all players, but that is in limited supply. Do everybody a favor. Take a few moments and pack a cooler with some cold drinks to refresh yourself between rounds. The bottled water we have is there to top off your water jugs or help you finish your round. It is not to sustain you all day long. Remember the provisional rule, folks. Some of these rulings on the course can be a little tricky. We are getting ready to provide you with video information to help clarify some of the harder to understand rules, but we ask that the video is used to determine these rulings after the round is over. If you don't have clear understanding of how to play your lie, take advantage of the provisional rule to keep the event running smoothly. The next segment of this video is going to cover specific course rules on each course that are a little more confusing for the average player to understand. Tee pads used for this event are the same tee pads that were used for the 2018 Amateur World's Championship. They were marked with W18 in blue spray paint on the tee pad, as you can see in this picture posted now. If you do not see that marking on the tee pad, you're on the wrong tee pad. Find the right one. We are going to timestamp each course in this video so that you know where to go in the video to find the appropriate course information. There again, all course rules will not be covered in this video, just course rules that are a little more confusing and difficult to understand for each player. Nevin has 4 holes that need potential clarification. Hole 4. There's a bridge on hole 4. The bridge is not a playing surface. If your disc is underneath the bridge, you play the disc from where it lies, not on top of the bridge. Hole 14 has a double mando. You must pass through the center of the double mando. PVC stakes left and right of the mando indicates the missed mando line. The only options are throwing from the last lie or drop zone. The fairway facing side of the fence is the OB line. The thickness of the fence is OB. Remember, this is an OB line, not an inbounds line. Part of your disc must be on the inbound side of the fence to be in fair play. Hole 15 is an island green. You must come to rest over the intersection of the creek and walking path left to be in bounds. If you are OB or lost your drive, you may play from the last lie or drop zone at the fence. Hole 18. The OB line is distinguished by a rope line. There are PVC stakes in the OB area as well. The PVC stakes are not a determining line for OB calls. The PVC stakes are a visual marker for players to be able to judge potential OB throws from a distance. Remember, the stake is already out of bounds and is not to be used to determine where the disc was last inbounds. Idlewild. There are 4 holes of concern on Idlewild. Hole 8. If on your drive the disc comes to rest surrounded by water, it is considered OB regardless of where it hit or crossed, and you proceed to the drop zone or rethrow. PVC OB posts are not in play for the 2019 CAC. Hole 9. Any and all OB or lost disc drives may play only rethrow or play from the drop zone. This has been a very wet winter in North Carolina. Currently, the OB stakes are underwater. As this video is being made, we are on a record-breaking heat streak in North Carolina without any rain. So there is a possibility that the OB stakes will be in use on hole 9 at Idlewild for the Charlotte Amateur Championship. Regardless, if the water level is beyond the stakes, the water line determines OB. If the water line is below the stakes are used to determine OB. If you have any concerns about this during play, use the provisional rule. Hole 12. You must pass to the left of the Mando on the right side of the fairway. If missed on the drive, you must rethrow with a penalty. This is the only option. Hornet's Nest. Hole 2. This hole is an island green. The only inbounds is coming to rest on the green itself. You can lay up in front of the water and proceed directly to the drop zone, throwing 3 from there. You may also take the option of not throwing from the tee and going directly to the drop zone, playing 3 towards the basket. Hole 5. There are 2 yellow flagged rock areas that can be played as optional casual relief. Use casual relief rules to determine where your lie will be placed if you land inside the rock areas. This is optional. You do not have to take casual relief, but it is strongly concerned for the safety of the player. Sugaw. Take a moment to look over the course map that is pictured here. You will notice there are many areas where a sidewalk comes into play as OB. Pay close attention to these areas. It's clearly marked on the course, it's clearly marked on your rule sheet, and it's clearly marked on the tee box map. There again, as we've said many times before, if the group cannot come to a ruling, play the provisional, take advantage of your provisional option, proceed onward, and the TD will help you make a rule at the end of the round. Special notes on Sugaw. Hole 1, the fairway side of the concrete path long of the basket is the OB line. All discs completely beyond that line are OB. Holes 2, 3, and 8. The paths in front of 2's tee and behind 3's basket are inbounds. Any holes with concerns on understanding the OB lines, refer to the map at the beginning of the Sugaw Creek portion of the video. Hole number 15. The group is going to need to help spot, or if there's a backup on the hole, use the hole backup spotting technique that I mentioned earlier in this video. There is a lot of shrubberies on the left side of the fairway as you close in on the basket. A spotter is essential to keep play moving smoothly on this hole. Remember your lost disc rule. If a disc is not immediately found as the players approach the lie, start your time. After 3 minutes, a lost disc needs to be declared. If the disc is lost, go to the drop zone that is marked on the map and proceed to finish the hole with a 1-stroke penalty. Players will play to the white baskets only. Hole 1. There's a Mando on the left. You must pass to the right of the Mando or play from a previous lie. If you land in the OB in the middle of the fairway, there is a drop zone that must be used next to the OB area. Reedy Creek. Players will play to white baskets only. Hole 5. Special note, the OB on 4 is not in play as OB on 5. In closing, once again, on behalf of Mike Barnett, Tim Barr, and myself, DG1 would like to thank you in your participation of the 2019 Charlotte Amateur Championship. Please take a moment to look over our sponsor banners that have been displayed through the entire video, and keep them in mind as you shop and support them as they've supported you this weekend. Good luck this weekend, guys and gals. Shoot 'em straight and play fair.